A message to my friends: get on self-improvement. Trust me. If you know me in person, you know I joke around a lot, but I'm here with a pretty serious message for you today. I think you should get on self-improvement and really start focusing on yourself and trying to grow as much as possible. Now, this isn't me saying that you're a bad person and you should become a better person because of that, but rather just better yourself because there's always room for improvement. And once you really start putting in the effort into improving yourself and growing, you'll realize that there's so much more room for you to grow as a person in so many different ways. And this whole process of holistic self-improvement and growing as a person, I genuinely think it's a very beautiful thing, and I really wish that upon all of you. So first, it's important to understand what exactly is holistic self-improvement. And so this just kind of includes doing things that are good for your future self, doing things that'll help you grow as a person. And this includes activities such as meditation, working out, journaling, cleaning your room, eating a healthy diet, eating your fruits and veggies, reading regularly, improving at a hobby, and there's really so much more. The way I like to think about it is that there are 6 pillars of self-improvement. I'm gonna try and put like an image. 6 pillars of self-improvement. And these are gym, mental health, relationship, money, spirituality, and learning. And so holistic self-improvement involves improving all 6 of these aspects of your life together. So why get on self-improvement, you may be asking. And so the benefits of self-improvement are that, one, obviously you grow as a person and you become just like a better person, you progress in life. And the feeling of making progress in these things is a great feeling. It's really beautiful. It's kind of comparable to like if you've been going to the gym for a while and then you wake up one morning and you look at yourself in the mirror and like, oh, you're like, oh wow, like my muscles have like gotten bigger and like there's like less fat on my body, and you just feel so great and proud of the progress that you've made of yourself. Another thing about holistic self-improvement is that I genuinely believe that it can help heal depression, or at the very least kind of like lessen depressive episodes. You can go from being this average person where you don't really have a sense of purpose, you're kind of just going with the flow, and you're like down bad, lonely, kind of empty. You can go from this to kind of being fulfilled and having like a sense of hope because you're really like making progress on yourself and like making progress like in this world. And once again, this is it's a great feeling to do that. And in addition to that, it's good for you. So like why would you not do that? And self-improvement, it also gives you confidence. And so just as you might like wake up one day and like you see your muscles as being bigger from going to the gym consistently, you kind of earn the confidence that you gain, and you can kind of feel yourself becoming more and more confident. And that feeling of progress is like, it really like motivates you, and it just feels great. It's kind of like, it's really similar to like the whole gym example of, waking up and seeing you have less fat on your body, your physique is better. Another thing about self-improvement is that you really start putting effort into growing your body and your mind. And this is so important because in this life, there's 2 things that you only have one of. You only have one body and you only have one mind. And these are things that will stick with you for the rest of your life. So it's very important that you invest in these things and you grow these things. And so this holistic self-improvement allows you to do that with gym or just essentially working out. You grow your body, you make your body healthier. Eating a balanced diet makes your body healthier. And then with things like meditation, it's kind of like the gym for your mind, to be honest. Like, how you're in the gym doing like bicep curls, and like every curl you do is 1 rep. You can kind of train your mind in a similar way and progressively overload your mind. If you're not familiar with that term, it essentially means that whenever you're like working out, each time you work out, you either want to like raise the weight that you're lifting or do more reps that you're lifting, so you're kind of making progress and your body gets used to like the stimulus of like a harder workout. And you can kind of essentially do that like to train your mind as well. And like You can do that for like many more things in your life, but I'm not going to get into that today. But yeah, really investing in your body and your mind, it's huge. Definitely like the best investment that you can make. Once again, just because you have one body and one mind throughout your whole life. Another benefit of self-improvement, to really find self-love. Once you like kind of start growing as a person and like you feel yourself making progress and all these things, you like kind of realize and like that you have this like feeling of gratitude towards yourself, that like you're like putting yourself through these things that might not be the most exciting things, but they're like good for you and you can feel like the benefits. And so this kind of loops back to the whole idea of like doing things that are good for your future self. For example, let's say you are choosing what to eat, and you can either eat, something you really like that's like not very great for you. I don't know, maybe like a burger or something like that, or you can choose to eat something that like is good for you and has like lots of like veggies and like protein. So maybe like a salad bowl. And so while in the moment it might seem that the burger is the better choice just because, you do like enjoy burgers, choosing the salad is doing something for your future self. Because, obviously eating your veggies is good, but even the next day, you'll feel more energetic that day because of the veggies that you ate the day previous than if you, chose the burger perhaps. Another benefit of self-improvement is to not be average. I don't want to be like your average person who works like, a 9 to 5 for 40 years, and then, they get off work at 5 and they come home and then they, sit on their couch and watch Netflix until it's dinner time. And then they order takeout. They're like hemorrhaging money from eating takeout every day just because they don't want to like cook a healthier meal or just cook in general, or, choose to kind of do things for their future self. They're just like so addicted to like this instant gratification, and so they'll continue to just like watch Netflix until it's bedtime, and then they go to work for another 8 hours, and then they repeat this whole cycle for 40 years until they can finally retire and rely on the government for a pension. But yeah, that's definitely not the kind of life that I want to live, and that's kind of why I'm building towards a better me. So to give you an idea of my progress and what self-improvement has done for me personally, so I've been doing this for a bit now, probably a few months, give or take. Right now I'm like meditating every day for about 10-15 minutes in the morning. I'm stretching every morning. I'm journaling every morning. I work out pretty much every single day, or I try to be active every single day, and that's also very important for your like physical health. So back when I was in high school and middle school, I was obese. I was very like rotund. Like I don't know, I was probably a pretty chunky kid, But now, because I've kept this habit of working out consistently, I'm getting more fit. I'm getting stronger. I'm liking the way my body looks more and more. I make my health a priority, and you definitely should prioritize your health too. Whether that means going to the gym consistently or just like staying active. Maybe if you play a sport, doing like a workout for that sport that makes you better at that sport every day. It's just the key is to be consistent with all of this. So I mentioned that I meditate every day, and as a result, I have an increased attention span and focus. To give an example of that, back when I was in college, I think my sophomore year, I took this class. It was like digital circuits or something like that, and this was like your average 50-minute college class, and I could not tell you how many times I would phase in and out of like paying attention to the professor lecturing. He was a pretty good professor too, a very nice guy. It was pretty interesting, but I could not stay focused because I would just, my mind would wander off, or, I'd be on my phone, or, I would even like fall asleep at times, I think, during the class. And like, obviously, if you're not paying attention in class, you're not gonna learn the material and you're not gonna do well. And so I didn't do too well in that class, but I still pulled through with like a B plus or something like that, because like, guy like me, built different. But yeah, and then now I think I just had a class last semester. This is like the same professor, so he lectures the same style. And instead of your average 50-minute class, this is like this class was like, I think, an hour and 15 minutes. I was just like noticing myself that I was able to just like, stay focused and pay attention to what this guy was saying. Like he was talking about like self-driving cars and like how that works. And like I was able to like stay focused and pay attention to his lecture the whole hour and 15 minutes. And like, the difference between being focused and learning for an hour and 15 minutes and being unfocused and just doing whatever and like really wasting 50 minutes of your time is huge. Like you learn so much when you're focused. And so meditation has definitely done that for me. Just increased my attention span. I think meditation, in addition to less time spent on social media, I've read 4 or 5 books in the past few months. And you might be thinking like, that's like, oh Tim, that's not that many books. And you're right, it's not like too many, it's 4 or 5. Anyone can read 4 or 5 books. But the important thing is that this time last year I was reading 0 books. I had not read like a book outside of class for years probably. And now I have a consistent habit of reading every day before bed. And that's allowed me to kind of progress through these books at a like consistent rate. Once again, consistency is key. With all that being said, I still do some bad habits from time to time, such as staying on my phone too long, just like scrolling through Instagram or something like that, or just like going on YouTube and just like looking through my suggested videos, and like if I don't see anything interesting, I literally like click the YouTube icon so it refreshes like the suggested videos, just so I can like find something to like keep my attention. Or like even skipping a workout. I've been on this self-improvement grind for a few months now, and it still happens to me. Like I'm gonna be honest and tell you that right now. The thing is, it happens to me a lot less than a year ago at this time, once again. Or like, skipping a workout. Like I haven't really skipped a workout in this year, I don't think. I think it's currently June 22nd, and I don't think I've skipped a single workout, unless I was like sick or I had COVID or something like that. In general, I think I've made a lot of progress and grown a lot in the 6 pillars of self-improvement. And I think it's been amazing for me to see how much I've grown and like the progress that I've made. It definitely feels good, and I think I have like momentum, and I'm gonna keep doing it for sure. I'm still gonna wake up and meditate every day. I'm gonna try and read every day. I'm gonna keep a consistent workout schedule. With all that being said, I definitely still have so much more room to grow. Like there's such an insane amount, like like the sky is the limit, right? Like I think to quantify this, like I'm doing all these habits right now on an everyday basis and making progress, and I'm probably only like 3% of the way there, if even. And like this, like I've been doing it for a few months, and you might think 3%, that's so little, and like it might seem daunting, and maybe it kind of is, but it's also exciting to see that like how much you can grow and like your potential. And like even as you continue to grow, your potential also grows with you, and like your ceiling gets like higher and higher, and like who knows if there even is like a ceiling or anything. So being on this self-improvement journey has been a huge change in my life, definitely for the better. I think I've grown so much, and I'm definitely going to continue to do it. So what is the end goal of self-improvement? And to be honest, I'm not sure what the end goal is, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing these delayed gratification habits. I'm gonna keep meditating and working out and reading every single day because it's good for me. And as you start to do these things more and more, they start to become fun for you, and that's huge. And so this might seem like why would you do this if you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel? But I think that with all these activities being more and more enjoyable for me, it's not really like light at the end of the tunnel, but really as you're traversing through this tunnel, there's like, I don't know, there's like lights on like the sides of the tunnel or whatever as you keep going, kind of like those like underground passageways that like go through mountains when you drive a car. Yeah, point is, I'm staying on this grind, and hopefully I'll have more people to talk about this with and share this journey with, and I'm excited to hear about your guys' progress. Now I do want to emphasize that this self-improvement journey, it's not some 7-day challenge or 30-day like no social media challenge that you might see on Instagram. That's pretty unsustainable just because it is just like a 30-day challenge, and you'll go back to doing whatever bad habits you've done before. But no, this is like a lifestyle, and as a result of that, it's definitely more lenient than those challenges, but it's also more sustainable, which keeps me consistent and keeps me continuing to do these things, which is the important part for sure. So that's definitely something that I wanted to clarify. It's not a challenge, it's like a lifestyle. a very fulfilling lifestyle, I think. Now, you may have watched up until this point and you may be thinking, well, that sounds great, Tim. How do I get started? And so this kind of goes back to the 6 pillars of self-improvement. You kind of just go through each one and ask yourself, how can I improve in this aspect? So for example, let's take gym, and essentially like along with that comes with like your physical health pretty much. So really ask yourself, am I consistently working out and bettering my body and making myself more healthy and well? If you take mental health, for example, you can ask yourself, how is my mental health right now? How's my focus and how's my productivity? And what can I really think, what can I do to improve this? And obviously you're not going to have answers to all these questions, but what you do have is one of the most powerful things on earth, google.com. It's fucking crazy. But you can go to Google and just look up like literally how to improve relationships or something like that. And it might not tell you directly the answers, but it'll definitely put you on like a path where you can like learn how to become better at all of these things. And so to get started with holistic self-improvement, it's essentially just bettering yourself in each of these pillars altogether. I personally would recommend starting with one, starting really easy to make sure that you can do it and can sustain the habit. So for example, if you don't work out right now, maybe tomorrow do a quick workout, do 20 jumping jacks, 15 push-ups, and then repeat that like 3 times. And then do that straight for a week. And you can look at gyms, and that'll definitely increase the amount of like resources and activities you can do to like increase and better your physical health and get stronger. So for far too long, we've been prioritizing our current selves, watching Netflix, playing video games, eating junk food, doing drugs, drinking alcohol, all of that. And these are all things that you do because they feel good right now, but they're not necessarily good for you or for your future self. They're not necessarily good for you down the line. It's time to start doing things that are better for you. Start meditating, start working out. And that's not to say that like you can't, eat junk food every now and then, or like, have a drink every now and then. Obviously, like still enjoy life, but definitely like keep it in control. It's important to note that it'll take a bit to see results. So one thing I'm gonna say about self-improvement, it's definitely hard at first. It's not easy, but you just have to stick with it. For example, if an obese person eats one salad, they're not instantly gonna lose a lot of weight. They have to keep with the habit and consistently eat a healthy diet. If you have small biceps and you want to grow your biceps, doing 5 bicep curls isn't going to make you have huge, giant, like Popeye's biceps, for example. But if you keep doing it over time, your biceps will grow. Go try and meditate right now for 3 minutes. It probably is very difficult. You'll probably have a bunch going on in your mind. It's probably difficult to stay still for 3 minutes, but after a while, you get better and better at these things, and they start to become fun. Like I look forward to meditating every day, every morning, because I know it'll kind of like calm the storm in my mind. You kind of have to stick with it to continue to see results. After you stick with it for a little while, you'll start to notice your progress, and it'll feel really good, and it'll continue to motivate you. So obviously some days you feel like quitting, but you just tell yourself, just one more day. Just do it for one more day, and then the next day, just do it for one more day. And this journey of self-improvement and seeing yourself grow in all of these factors is a beautiful thing. I genuinely wish that for you. I really want you to experience this like feeling of growth that I've had, that you've probably already experienced before. So this journey of self-improvement it's a beautiful thing, seeing yourself become stronger, seeing yourself, build a more aesthetic physique, feeling your like mental clarity and your focus become better. This whole journey and like getting to that point, it's a beautiful thing. As my friends, I really wish that for you. I genuinely wish that for you. So, the best time to get started, as they say, was 10 years ago, but the second best time to get started is now. Do something tomorrow. Take action. Take action tomorrow. Do things for yourself consistently and have patience. Further down the journey, you're gonna miss some days, and that's okay. It's only human to have errors. Just get back to it tomorrow. One saying that I like is, it's okay to miss one day, just don't make it 2 days. Like get back on it the next day. So as long as you don't quit and you keep going, I guarantee that you'll see progress. So let's grow together. So if you've watched this video up until this point, thank you for your time. I'm grateful that you've listened to me talk for however many minutes long this video is. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to stick around, like this, comment down below, subscribe, that whole shebang. And then hopefully I'm gonna try something here where this will hopefully link to my most recent upload. But yeah, thanks for watching and stick around. Bye bye.